Hey guys, how are you all doing today? It's finally Friday, and we get to back a little and relax a bit. As is custom on this channel, we are going to keep it light and easy on content on segments. It's Friday, you want to have fun and shut down, and I totally respect that. We are going to quickly talk about Evergrande, as this channel will be updating daily on the developments that take place until this company crashes and burns or until it gets saved, if that even happens, because things are looking quite the opposite right now. AMC CEO Adam Aron made some incredibly bullish statements yesterday regarding NFTs that we need to talk about. AMC's business model keeps on getting bullish day by day, and the fact that we traded so bearishly after this announcement should be taken as further proof that the stock is heavily influenced and manipulated on the daily. I just want to keep it to these two topics today. Tomorrow, I will finally talk about Computershare and give my thoughts on it. I have been doing a lot of research into it, which is why I have not discussed it yet. I see people asking for it daily on my Twitter and my YouTube comments, and I have my own thoughts about it which I will share with you tomorrow on a quick video. I apologize for the delay on this subject, but I care about the facts, and sometimes these things take a while to research, especially when I have to balance a ton of other content. Now, before we get started with today's content, let me quickly disclose and state that I am not a financial analyst or advisor, and that all contents discussed in this video are provided as opinions. All efforts are placed to better understand the nature of the current market in anticipation of the greatest squeeze in financial history. Everything presented is evidence I collect, and all opinions are based on research, experience and knowledge on the matter. Shout out to all my Patreons and one-time donors, whose contributions continue to carry this channel forward. Thank you so much to all that have taken a moment and the burden of throwing some love my way. It means a great deal for the longevity of the channel. You guys are the absolute best. Now, let's dive right in. Commentary by the Chinese-backed newspaper Global Times warned investors and property giants that they should not assume a government bailout is coming to save Evergrande Group. In other words, they are not too big to fail on the eyes of the Chinese government. This is actually pretty big news, considering that Evergrande is scrambling to raise funds to pay its lenders, suppliers and investor with over $305 billion in liabilities that threaten to spark risks to the entire country's financial system. Evergrande has to pay $83.5 million in interests on September 23 for its March 20, 22 bond. Then it has another $47.5 million interest it has to pay on September 29 for March 20, 24 notes. The bonds would default if Evergrande fails to pay the interest within 30 days, which is worrisome for everyone in the world, not only in China, because if it happens it will have a domino effect across the entire global economy that could offset other companies to fall or struggle. Let's put things in perspective real quick, guys. You guys remember all the talk about Archegos and how it affected to many other hedge funds and banks. It was all over the news. The situation with Archegos was priced at around $20 billion at most. The Evergrande Group debt is currently at $300 billion. $300 billion worth of bonds, and with around 70% of the value of those are gone. Let me show you guys a quick clip of what the current situation looks like right now, with the riot police having to intervene at the headquarters of the company. With such chaotic outrage coming from all investors, Evergrande's situation gets even worse, as they are struggling to find a hedge to cushion their losses. Banks' trading desks are reluctant on offering any tools, especially after they were also victims, suffering losses earlier this year. No bank is willing to provide any monetary help, and with speculation growing that China is willing to let them collapse, the situation gets even worse. If you think this won't affect you because you are not a market investor, think again. This will have huge ramifications for banks all over the world. I even made a speculative video touching on cryptocurrency's role on this. Everyone is going to get shaken up a bit if they go down. I will continue to protect my finances on GameStop and AMC. I don't think this event will cause the squeeze, but it has the chance to shake things up for our favor. I remain bullish, but not more bullish than Adam Aron himself. The AMC CEO talked about the possibility of releasing an NFT. In fact, don't take it from me. Let's listen to what he had to say himself.
Is to make commemorative movie tickets as an NFT. And that's a really smart idea. That's a really smart idea, because we probably pay 50 to 100 big movies a year. Could we make 50 to 100 NFT commemorative tickets that mean something to people and mean something to us that could drive our business going forward? I think the answer is yes.
The man, myth, and legend himself keeps on putting AMC on headlines. There is something about AMC that is so special, especially when it comes to the management of the company. Their CEO and board members listen to their customers and investors. They are clearly in tune with what is being said on forums and social media. They are paying attention to the demands of people and are taking every opportunity to meet those demands. This company is such a great investment opportunity, not only for its squeeze potential, but because they are doing everything right and more. The fact that AMC has said they have reached out to GameStop to see if there is any opportunity where they can collaborate is enough evidence for me that the future is absolutely green. I know AMC has a ton of debt, but I believe that their revenue streams are filling up and growing, and that consolidation of debt should be no problem for them in the long run. Take opportunity to buy them while they are cheap, because once the train is gone, there is no catching up to it. AMC to the moon all the way. Let's talk about today. The Fed reported that reverse repo operations for today resulted in over $1.218 trillion, setting a new record for the highest reverse repo operation in recorded history. AMC's dark pool transactions accounted for 63% of the total volume, while GameStop dark pool transactions accounted for 40% of the total volume today. According to Fidelity data, buy order flow for AMC was bigger than the sell order flow, with GameStop's buy order flow being more than twice as big as the sell order flow. Now, let us finish up with a recap of today's performance. AMC traded bearishly today, losing 4%. It began pre-market with some dips that carried over to the opening of the market. AMC would then attempt to break out resistance, but ultimately failed to uphold support, going down to 44.26. It would then start slowly moving up, eventually breaking the VWAP and holding support right above it. AMC would then break support and fall back down. Towards the last few minutes of trading, AMC had a really big surge, but it was unable to hold it, closing at 44.20. Well below the VWAP and below the $45 mark to have more options end in the money. I still think this week was great, and though we did not end above the victorious threshold, I think AMC's overall performance was great. As for what I expect for next week, I will make a video about that on Sunday. GameStop traded bearishly today, losing less than 1%. GME opened to a small run to 212.51 before retracing back under the VWAP. It attempted to consolidate above the 200 daily moving average, but shorters attacked the stock, driving it down to below 201. GameStop would then bounce up, moving upwards and reaching 206 before being attacked again. Close to the end of the day, GameStop saw a bullish volume spike that drove it to 207.88. It would then dip and close at 204.97, only 4 cents below its bullish goal for option traders. Amazing performance overall for the week. This is the only day where I feel GameStop missed the mark on expectation, and it wasn't even by much. It ended up have a great run for the week and a retracement needed to happen at some point. Great job everyone who held and bought some more. As for what I expect next week, like I said, I will make a video on Sunday talking about it. And that is all we have for today. I want to thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. Today's big question is, do you guys believe in evolution theory? This question is a bit controversial for some, but I feel it's always a good time listening to what people have to say about it. I want to thank all the people that watched this week's morning videos. We went through a ton of information and I feel we finally have a good understanding of why prosecutors and regulatory agencies don't defend or watch out for the well-being of citizens. Just so you guys know, morning videos are a standard for this channel, and you can expect next Wednesday for another batch of early morning content. If you want to help this channel, I have provided links which will be in the description for donations or even a monthly pledge of whatever amount you want. These donations do go a long way in helping me be able to pump videos out. Remember to follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend, go out and have fun. I will make a small video tomorrow and on Sunday for you guys, but otherwise stay vibing and living life to the moon.